Guys, welcome to Richard in the Kitchen. Tonight I'm going to show you how to make some salmon that has no fishy taste whatsoever. I know a lot of you are kind of refrain from eating fish because of the fishy smell and the taste. Well, I'm going to show you a way that's going to fix that. So what we're going to have tonight is some lemon citrus salmon with veggies and herb rice. It's real simple to do, doesn't take long, about 30 minutes to do, but you have to do it in stages. So let me get to that and show you. What we're going to do first is we're going to make our marinade. Now, what we're going to need to make the marinade is an orange, a lemon, some fresh chopped garlic, some fresh green onions, and some red pepper flakes. It's real simple to do. I've already rubbed these oranges out, this orange and this lemon. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this squeezer and we're just going to get some of that orange juice down there. Now, you could save time by using the concentrate orange juice that you buy in the stores, but I've done that and it just doesn't seem as fresh. It doesn't have the same kind of taste that this does using fresh fruit here. So you just want to squeeze this out. It's real simple to do. Now, we got that. We're going to mix this up a little bit and we're going to put that in there in a small bowl, and then we'll mix in our garlic, our green onions, our red pepper flakes, not too many, that's too much, just a few to give it just a little bit of pop. Give this a quick mix. And this is going to be your marinade. Man, that smells good. All right. Now, next thing we want to do, we can set those lemon and orange aside, is we want to take our salmon. And remember, if you're using a wood cutting board, it's a good idea to put it on some parchment paper or some foil. Heat it with just a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, not much, just to give something for this salt and pepper to adhere to. Hit it with some salt, some pepper, there we go, pat it in, flip sides, and it's a good idea change hands, because you done touch that raw fish and you don't want your raw fish inside your pepper and salt containers. So wipe my hands off a little bit. All right, now what you want to do now is you want to take a little boat, a little piece of foil, and make you a little boat, a little bowl like that. It's not hard to do. And what we're going to do is we're going to put this fish in there and cover it with this marinade. Woo! Something like that. And that's what you're going to come out with, is it's going to marinate in this sauce here for about 30 minutes. Put this in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes and let that fish soak up that marinade. Now, in the meantime, while that's soaking, we're going to move on to the rest of the next step of this process. We're going to do our veggies. And what we've got is we've got some fresh green beans that I've already washed and cut the heads off of them, some Vidalia or sweet onions, and some grape tomatoes that I have split in half. Now what we want to do is we want to start our fire, and we want to have that on about medium heat, and heat our skillet. And what we're going to do here is we're going to kind of saute our veggies that we're going to include with the salmon once it comes out of the refrigerator. Our skillet's come up to temperature here. We're going to hit it with a little bit of olive oil, and we're going to throw in our veggies. We're going to saute these veggies a little bit. Man, I just love that sizzle. Don't y'all love hearing that sizzle? It's like putting a steak on a hot grill. Man, I tell you what. Alright, what we're looking for here, especially with the onions, we want to sweat all these veggies. We're not caramelizing the onions. We're just kind of getting them sauteed a little bit. And I tell you what, something else that I find that makes it, give it a little bit more richness, is just a small pat of butter. Put that in there, and don't worry about your butter burning, because when you combine butter and olive oil together, the olive oil prevents the butter from burning. So we're going to salt. Oh man, that smells. Oh golly. It smells so good. My goodness. Alright. Hit it with just a little bit of salt. Little bit of pepper. Whew. Now, with this dish, you could also put all this, incorporate all this in your little foil container with your fish and your marinade, and bake this in the oven at about 350 for about 12 to 15 minutes. I'm going to turn that heat down a little bit and let this just simmer, because these onions are already turning color. Man, there is nothing better than the smell of fresh veggies cooking in the skillet, especially with that sizzle. Man, I just love this. Oh, ain't that right, Tucker? I'm talking to my dog. He wishes he could have some of this, but I don't feed him people food except on Thanksgiving when we're watching the Cowboys lose. Usually. Oh my gosh. Alright, we're going to turn this fire off and let these things continue to cook for about another minute. And then we'll move on to the next step. Water's boiling. We're going to put a half a cup, because it's just one serving, just meat. We're going to put a half a cup of rice in here. And let it sit there for 1 minute. Then we're going to remove it off the heat, set it aside, and cover it. You can cover it with some aluminum foil or another plate or something like that. And let that soften up. And then I'll show you what we're going to do to make this rice an herb rice that will go with our fish. Okay. Take that off the heat. Cover it. Now, what we want to do is to go with this rice, we're going to be using some parsley, some lemon zest, and some green onions. On low heat, a little less than low heat. What we're going to do is saute our green onions, a little bit of lemon zest. This doesn't take long. And our parsley. Excuse me a second, let me get me some parsley out here. Fresh Italian flat cut parsley. And I've got that in olive oil. I'm going to cut this up and throw that in the mix. And like I said, it don't take long. You can throw the stems in there. They got a lot of nutritional value. You don't have to. And just do this, and just till it starts to bubble. And once it does that, turn the heat off and take your rice and add your rice in there. And give it a good mix. Man, that smells good. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. I like salt and pepper, as you can tell. All right. That smells good. That lemon zest really makes this rice come alive. All right. Now, we're going to set this aside. Take this foil, cover it up. And it's been about 30 minutes, so let's get our salmon out of there and start cooking it. 30 minutes. We got our salmon out of the fridge getting chilled. Got our skillet heated up to about medium heat. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this fish and we're going to place it in our skillet as soon as it starts smoking just a little bit. Don't want to do it just yet. Anyway, man, ain't that pretty? Y'all see that? That fish and that marinade? It's going to taste good. Alright, let's see here. Not quite ready yet, but we'll take this. Man, look at that. Put our fish in there. Smells good. And we're going to reserve the rest of this marinade because we're going to top that fish with it once we plate it up. Now, I've said this before when I've done salmon, a word of caution. Once you put it in the skillet, leave it alone. Don't touch it. A lot of people are scared of cooking fish because it never comes out right. But the reason they do that is because they start flipping it like a steak. This is not a steak. This is salmon. Just leave it alone. Maybe give it a little tug to make sure it's not sticking. And if you got a properly seasoned cast iron skillet, or any other skillet for that matter, it won't stick. Look at that. Can you hear that sizzle? Man, that smells good too. Man, look at that. That fish is just a sizzling. And what we're trying to do is get a good sear. Now you can tell just by looking at your salmon, it'll turn white. And once it's about 3/4 of the way up, that's when you want to flip it. Man, that don't smell fishy at all, guys. I'm telling you, you got to try this. Let's give it a little flip. Not quite there as far as a good sear yet. Because, like I said, it's simple to do. It's healthy for you. Gave a little extra touch to the rice so you don't just kind of eat plain white rice. Man. Not quite there yet. Alright. We just flipped our fish. You see how golden brown that is? Man. We will give this about 30 more seconds. And then what we're going to do is we're going to hit it with these veggies again, just to kind of warm up these veggies. And then we will plate this up. And I say it's time to eat. I like this time of year. Stanley Cup playoffs are going on. It's down to 4 teams. Unfortunately, my Dallas Stars didn't make the cut. But hey, the San Jose Sharks, they are the parent team to the Allen Americans, who I work for. And so maybe they'll do something special. Man, look at that color on that fish. It smells so good. All right. Let's throw in the rest of our veggies, our green beans, our grape tomatoes, our onions. Listen to that sizzle. Man, don't that make you excited and want to go eat? Man. It's good. It's real good. It may not be as good as a hamburger and fries, but it's a heck of a lot more healthier for you. Man, that looks good. Can't wait to eat this. That marinade makes all the difference in the world on this salmon. It has no fishy smell, no fishy taste. All fresh. Aromas coming out of this skillet. Man, all right, I'm going to turn the heat off. And I say we plate this up. All right, now, look at that. Put some veggies in there. Can y'all see that? Look how pretty that is. Oh, Lord have mercy. Spread that around. Man, that smells so good. Oh my God. All right. Now let's get the rest of this going. We've got our herb rice here. I'm just going to line one side of this plate up with that. Look at all those green colors. Man, I like green. Man, look at that. That's hot. Ooh. Goodness gracious. All right. Our reserve marinade that I told you about, we're just going to pour a little bit over that fish and those veggies. And we'll garnish this with a little lemon and a little orange. Let's get a fork and taste this. Look at that. Ain't that pretty? Man, look at that. Lemon citrus salmon with veggies and herb rice. Give it a taste. That's good. Yeah, guys. Healthy, easy to do. And like I said, if you don't like eating fish because of the smell and the taste, give this a try. This marinade takes it all the way. I'm telling you, you cannot smell or taste the fish in this. So, give this a try. Till next time, be nice to everybody. Thanks for stopping in.